start again. It's a Regeents.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, today we are back with another video in regards to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross, and there's a few things I want to discuss today, so I'm a little late on this, but we did get some leaks and some information of some upcoming Christmas units, and also I want to have a quick discussion in regards to the potential bait this is going to be before a massive New Year unit that we've been expecting for a while. And yeah, there's a few options of who it could be, so let's get straight into it. Alright, let's get straight into it. So first things first, shout out to Regeents on Twitter. This guy does all the leaks and stuff for like 7DS, Slime, and a few other things I believe. He's been doing it for a while, and he's like obviously been on point like every time, so shout out Regeents. I'll leave a link in the description below. So basically he got some Christmas leaks, which is pretty interesting, and I think this will be coming to JP like relatively soon anyway, but I think it comes to JP this week possibly. But looking at it, there's a new Christmas Eve Dana 4 Liz, so this is the pink haired Liz, and there's also a new awakened Lillia. Now at first when I saw this I was like, oh, it's gonna be cosmetic, but then we have her, like, I think her passive leaked as well. So basically looking at it, when allied with a 7 disaster unit, so Shin, Camilla, Roxy, Valenti, Eastern, all these units, right? When teamed with them, and one of them uses an attack skill, it inflicts additional damage to 20% of max HP for a single target attack, and it's 10% for AoE. So this is pretty interesting if that's actually how the passive works. It might be translated wrong or whatever, but yeah, so she looks insane. Now it's kind of funny because on Slime they just dropped like the maid waifus and like did insane numbers, like they hit top grossing at one point, so they're trying to like compete with like this Slime game for like, the maids and that to get all the cash in for the waifus. But yeah, Awakened Lillia is like gonna be a cash grab all day every day. So, and it does still say 2.5 anniversary, I believe this says in the translation, so that's pretty interesting to think. So that's what makes me think she's probably coming this week, because King just dropped obviously for JP a few weeks ago, then obviously it's going to be Lillia this week. Now in my head, it's a 600 gem banner, and looking at it from like an outside perspective, I think it's just going to be a big skip, honestly. But that's just, we don't know yet. She could be absolutely nuts from what we know. Like, until we test her out, we won't know. Now, another Dana 4 Liz is pretty interesting to me, because the one we do have, it's like, ooh. The one we have at the moment is pretty mid. She's just made for like Demon, like Belmoth and stuff like that, for ranking up the skills and stuff. So that's basically it. And the thing that sucks is that UR gear for Elizabeth doesn't work on her, even though she's a reincarnation. So yeah, hopefully she's good and it specializes in damaging a single enemy. Will it be good? We don't know. I don't know if that's going to be like, it just seems like it's a big bait banner. So the reason I'm saying it's a bait banner is because for New Year's, like looking at the schedule, shout out to Grand Cross Database as always, at New Year's, they always drop something massive, right? So when the game first dropped, they dropped Red Escanor. I mentioned this a few times before. I'm sure a lot of people know this already. So going back, let's have a look. So here we go. Yeah, so Red Escanor dropped around this time, alright. Now, and we got the New Year's units for the cosmetics, which are really good for demon drops and stuff. So that was pretty nice. And then the year after, we got Assault Mode Melee, and then he did get delayed for global because there was that big issue where they was rushing him right before the one Escanor, and he was just obviously, oh yeah, it was a madness. But he got delayed for like a few weeks on global. But yeah, we had Assault Mode Melee, which was a huge thing for a New Year celebration, Holy War Festival, and it was Nanashi for part 2. So after that, there was obviously like Valenti, Eastern, and this is when the original Liz dropped as well. Like she dropped, the original Liz I think dropped just before that as well, on her own banner, after the Christmas Elaine, which was like rubbish anyway. So in my opinion, I don't think it's like, I think she's just gonna be another like skip banner. She's gonna be like the Christmas Elaine was back then, because after that we got the Liz as bait, and then it was assault mode melee, right? So in my opinion, I think now we're gonna have a massive bait for this year, because looking at the schedule and where we are in the story, so we've got full Wind King. Okay, okay. Sorry for spoilers, but if you don't know, you don't know. At this point, he's going to be facing Assault Mode Estarossa, or it could be Commandment Estarossa. It could be the half and half. It could be like there's so many options of who it could be. So we could have this guy here. So this is like when it's half and half. He's like in some insane power like stage. It's pretty nutty. And there's also obviously the Assault Mode Estarossa, which I think we've already got like similar cosmetics like for him anyway from Final Boss, but there's like a few options of who it could be. Now, knowing Netmarble and how they want to milk money and stuff like that, they're probably going to make another Estarossa unit, and then they'll make Mael. So if they make Mael himself, it's going to be like, wow, okay, fair enough. However, I do have a feeling there could be another Escanor unit. Now the reason for that is because there were some skills in Final Boss Escanor which haven't been used yet, and I believe like in the actual anime, like maybe they'll save it to later on, but what they could do is they could have like a new Escanor, like a new like named Escanor, like maybe a small Escanor transforms into like normal Escanor, we don't know, but most likely it's going to be Mael or a version of Estarossa. Now New Year's, obviously the sun, like sunshine, light, it all kind of links in a way, but personally I do think it will be Mael for New Year's, and I think that's going to be a big like grab for everyone to come in, because he's one of like everyone's favorite characters. He's one of the biggest names in the whole series. Especially for manga readers anyway, and people who are fans of the actual series. So let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think it'll be Mael? Do you think it could be a new Escanor? Let me know in the comments below. Now, one thing I do want to know is like make a note of as well. For the Lillia, right? Looking back at the Lillia, so we only have one version of Camilla. Right, there's like 4 Shin, 4 Roxy, a bunch of Easterns. Lillia's got a couple of variants of herself as well. We've only got one version of Camilla, right? We haven't got another Camilla, another transformation version of her. Like when she came out, she was super mid, and like I think it's kind of weird how they've got a Lillia. This is just clearly bait, but it's gonna get a lot of people summoning just because things. But yeah, and then another thing is, if she can work on the disaster team, could MK2 Valenti come back? Because she was absolutely nutty when she first came out. Like she was so good, she's the only unit they've nerfed properly before she got released for global. So do we think she's gonna be good? I have to wait and see. Are you gonna summon for her? You probably are, aren't you? I know you are. But yeah, let me know what you think below, guys. Do you think she's going to be worth the summon? Are you going to be saving for New Year? Or are you just going to go all in on King and then just until King goes? Because King's going to be here for a month anyway. Personally, I'm probably going to do a couple of rotations on King. And I'm going to skip this banner probably for Lillia, depending unless she's absolutely nutty. But if she like does work with MK2, I might test her out. But I think for New Year's, Mael's going to be coming, or a new Escanor unit. So just keep that in mind, guys, and let me know what you think below. So yeah, guys, I'll probably be back with some more Grand Cross content this week when King drops. Also Slime and some Pokemon stuff maybe coming soon. If you got any questions, don't feel free to hit me up on Discord regarding Pokemon giveaways and stuff. And yeah, guys, let me know what you think below. Leave a like, leave a comment. Thank you so much for 200 subscribers. We are on the road to 1K now, so please subscribe if you haven't already. I really would appreciate it. And enjoy your weekend, guys. I'll catch you in the next one.